Welcome back, guys. Real quick before we jump into this video, just want to let you guys know the Wrenchworks inventory has been completely updated from our last event. A lot of the blacked out hoodies, the green hoodies, jackets, flannels, oil caps, a lot of stuff has been restocked and the inventory is completely updated. So after this video, go over there, check out some of that stuff before it is all gone. We're not going to be updating that for quite a while, so make sure you grab that stuff now. Enjoy the video. Make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up for me. It really does help, so enjoy the video.
Yes.
All right, I got it.
Yeah.
No problem. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So where are we? Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Land of the cheese. Going to pick up Andy's new vehicle.
Maybe.
Huh?
We'll see.
What's up, guys? All right, so on the way in here, totally not planned, obviously. I had the camera rolling. Andy actually helped a little. Oh, we gotta walk? All right, so Andy helped a little lady with her bag because that's what, you know, it's the right thing to do.
An elderly lady, yes.
And the flight crew saw that, and he got $150.
Yeah.
150 bones. Anyway, guys, the truck is, oh, I said truck. All right, well, gave it away first thing. It's a truck. Oh, maybe I'll edit it. But, where are we going? See him? No. But anyway, we're on our way. The truck is actually in Illinois. I probably pronounced that wrong. Everyone's gonna make fun of me for that. But anyway, we're on our way. New vehicle for Andy. Here it comes. Flew 1,000 miles. Hopefully it's not a rusted out piece of junk. How you feeling? Chilling. Andy's very scared. Very scared. All right, guys, we'll catch back up with you. We're meeting our man, Mr. Bob. He's gonna drive us to the dealership, and hopefully we're driving this tank home. Is that Bob the driver?
The caravan?
Bob the driver.
Yeah, definitely him.
Oh, that's Bob.
You said you want up front?
No, you can sit up front.
Can I sit up front? All right. Not on the roof. You guys, I can drive if I want. We got a lot of driving ahead of us, so I'm gonna put this over here. Hey, there's the truck. We're gonna pick this one up.
There she is. Hey, they're bringing them right for you. Right there. Nice white Ford for you, Andy. Right up on it.
Yeah, it might hang tight. Huh? I say might hang tight.
I've got him right here if you want to talk to him briefly.
I don't need to talk to him. I mean, you know, what you're telling him is the same thing I'm telling him.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know if the buys the truck or not. Okay? Alright, thank you. Alright, Bob. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
Spotted a real truck here in the back. Andy, maybe we can buy one of these and drive it home, seeing that we're not driving that other thing home.
There was some damage to the bumper and other stuff like that. You know what I mean? If I found that truck for $51,000 out the door, I'm not going to pay $56,000 to you guys.
Back at the airport. Alright guys, so we are back at the airport, and this video is not quite panning out like we had planned, obviously, but it's a good lesson either way. I get a lot of questions about going to buy vehicles, what to look for, and this is kind of a prime example. So we'll get into all of that maybe probably later when we get home. Maybe tomorrow we can go over all of the details. But so this was a 2017, only had 13,000 miles on it, G56 truck, because that was what Andy was looking for. Looking for a little bit of a really as brand used as possible. What could go wrong with 13,000 miles on a 1-year-old truck? Well, turns out this truck had quite the history behind it, and this all kind of started with a little bit of, we could tell the bumper had been tweaked in some of the pictures. Talked to the salesman before we flew out here. He sent us a little bit more pictures, but you guys know cell phone pictures hide a lot. And turns out, long story short, we'll get into the full story. We kind of got to go in here, take care of the tickets and stuff like that to go back home now. But one little clue turned into unraveling, of course. Thank you, Bob. Thanks, Bob. Bobcat. So one little clue kind of unraveled the whole truck's history, and it's interesting. It's a very interesting story. So hang tight. We'll get back with you guys, and you're gonna want to hear this. It's pretty. I mean, man, car salesman. We're walking. Oh, Andy's over here. We got some M&Ms. All right. So where to even begin with this truck? So we, in the pictures, saw that the passenger side of the bumper.
Can we bring them up on the phone? Zoom in?
I'm gonna show them up on the screen. I'm gonna blow them up and make them big. So we saw that the bumper was misaligned, quote unquote misaligned, on the passenger side before we flew out here. Again, we're in Wisconsin, Illinois. Before we flew out here, Andrew taught, and I was actually there when the UPS guy dropped off the package in the last video. Called up the guy and said, hey, it looks misaligned. You know, there's something going on with that bumper. Can you go look at it? Can you tell us if there was any damage? It looked like something may have, like, maybe just slid underneath of it and kind of tweaked it up. No, of course not. Typical salesman. No, of course everything is good. I had my best mechanic look at it. I had another guy look at it. So apparently 3 people had their eyes on this truck. He knew that we were flying in, and everything was perfectly fine. So, of course, everything else in the pictures looked okay. Truck was not exactly where the pictures were taken. It was not in a showroom floor. It was not at a Dodge dealer, the way the pictures maybe kind of made it look like. So, first off, go look at the front bumper. It looks like the whole and we even pointed out in the picture, I said, it looks like that plastic valance is pulled away from the bumper a little bit, you know, and this truck's only got 13,000 miles on it. So, oh no, those things pop out all the time. Of course they do. First thing when we go look at it, the whole bottom of that bottom valance is scraped up, like the truck ran over something walking around it, not even crawling underneath it yet. The one right rear wheel completely scratched up, like this thing was buried. So put our stuff down, kind of got down on one knee. It's raining, and they said they had the truck detailed, which of course they did not. And if they would have had it cleaned, maybe they would have seen some of this stuff. So nobody even went out and looked at this truck. Now, what we had found on top of that, on top of the front bumper being a little bit tweaked, something like that, there were scratches on the bumper that you can easily tell. Our specific words to the salesman were, is there anything that you can tell on the bumper that maybe something was pushed a little bit. Like, obviously there was no collision, but it definitely ran into something at some point. And underneath the intercooler is smashed on this thing. And as you look underneath the truck looks like it was buried on a job site and was trying to dig its way out of a hole, because even all of the skid plates underneath the tow hooks looked like they had been used pretty heavily. They were rusted there. This thing was buried on a job site. Come to find out, in the fine print of the ad, which the salesman did not have anything to say about, of course, the truck came from Canada. And the truck has no warranty left on it. Not that we really care a whole lot about that, but again, just a typical salesman, really not caring about anything or anyone, and didn't really tell us that. Who really reads the full ad? So first lesson, make sure you read the full ad. Truck was bought at an auction from Canada and came over here with no warranty. It's got 13,000 miles on it. Was probably somebody's work truck, and you could tell some of the interior stuff. The seat was a little chipped up already on this truck. Some of the under hood or the under seat lights were missing their bezels, so like nobody really cared for this truck. And again, the entire underside, number one, was already starting to rust pretty bad, scraped up. Like all of the bottom side of anything that like low hanging that you would drive over had nicked all of the undercoating off of this and already started to rust. So that is, did I miss anything?
Not like I thought.
Yeah, I mean, you're expecting with 13,000 miles on a truck for it to be mint. So Andy, you know, specifically is trying to look for something insanely low miles, you know, trying to light use. We're trying to get a decent deal on a truck that's not new pricing, because if we go just a little bit higher, you're into buying a brand new truck, and Andy doesn't want to try and really go get a new truck. But any higher, you might as well go get a new truck, and it has to be stick. So pretty much the truck that we went and looked at is exactly what he's looking for. He wants the sport appearance, wants black, G56, but really wants, you know, Laramie, like, what would you consider? Under 30, or you want to be even under 20,000 miles? He wants to look. And what you saw, a clip of before, is there's actually another truck here about an hour away that is almost identical, but is almost at 60,000. So at that point, you're getting, like I said, back up into new pricing. And the guy sounded like he was just a straight on the phone. Yeah, he was. I wish I would have got it on camera. Andy was talking to him, and guy's name was Tony. Tony, I don't think you understand what I'm telling you. I don't want to pay what you're asking. There's the first problem. And we were going to actually go there to see if we could make a deal on that truck, but they closed at 3 o'clock. Andy had been working financing with another local union back where we're from. Check was already made out to them. So back to square one on the truck search, but I will try and throw up some pictures and kind of show you guys. So like when I say, like, I get a lot of questions about what should I look for in buying a used truck. It starts with one or two little things, and you start diving in, like that front bumper being tweaked just a little bit. You go see it in person, you kind of get like, and the fact that the right rear wheel was spinning and just scratched up and nothing else was scratched up. Oh, and the body, you could tell somebody, it's the fact that it was raining and it wasn't clean. Also, don't ever buy a vehicle when you're shopping for a vehicle. Don't buy a vehicle when it's raining and it's not clean. But some of the doors were really, really scratched up, which you couldn't really tell until I started trying to wipe it. You just got to get a general feel for the vehicle. You can tell when things are mint, when they're cared for. You can tell they have records, they have stories. Everything makes sense. The fact that this front bumper was a little tweaked kind of snowballed into finding out this truck was from Canada and wasn't a work truck, and most likely was stuck somewhere and had to get drug out by the tow hook. So
it wasn't getting driven out of there by us.
It's not getting driven out of there by us, that's for sure. So we are now waiting for flights to go back home. We were expecting to be driving home, so none of us have a phone charger because we have the power outlet charger. So that is the moral of the story. Andy, the first thing he said was, man, maybe this is a sign, maybe we should go buy a Corvette. And I said, no, not happening. So Andy will get back into the truck game. That's pretty much the moral. That's the story, guys. So that's what we're doing. This search continues. If you guys know of anything, speak up. Sit over here. Why don't you talk over here? Anybody out there?
If any of you guys have any low miles,
Or
6.7 third gen sticks, I'd be interested in that as well.
Boy. Are you stuck on black? Maybe this is it. Maybe that, you know what it was? It was a sign that you should not have a black truck.
Black navy.
Andy was already trying to convince me to sell him the wheels off the 05 for this truck before we even got it back. You guys know how that goes.
I was trying to be balling real quick. Zero to balling.
So that's where we're at. That's what today is going to comprise of. No more. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll be back super late tonight. We have connecting flights to try and get home.
Separate seats. I might sit next to a girl, maybe.
I don't want to sit next to him anyway. Look at these arms. These arms. There's no armrest with this guy.
Switching.
Anyway, guys, that's it. Go over and grab the new Wrenchworks stuff that's up online, and that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already. And that's it. See you. The search continues.